Hey, good morning, everyone. We are here in Hamilton County, Indiana. It is our morning winter storm Fern update, and as you can tell, the snow is still coming down. It started snowing about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. A very light and fluffy snow so far, and it's going to stay that way. Currently, it is 9 degrees here with a very light breeze. You see the squirrel out there taking advantage of the feeder. We've got about 8 inches of snow so far, and it's going to continue to snow throughout the day, throughout early this evening. So, I would not be surprised to see a foot or more of snow by the time this is all over. The real story is going to be the winds that are going to pick up later, and we're in for some brutally cold temperatures all the way through next weekend. So things are going to be moving slow around here. As you can tell, our street has not been plowed yet, which is not unusual. We are not on a main thoroughfare. We are in a neighborhood, so we're one of the last ones to get plowed here. So anyway, I'll kind of pan around a little bit. It is beautiful. I wish it was a little bit warmer, but not a lot going on here in Hamilton County, Indiana. This is the first county north of Indianapolis, and Kat is here. Good morning. It's 19 degrees, headed for a high of 30. Kat, did you get the freezing rain they were talking about? Has that happened out your way yet? Or did you just get snow, or did you end up getting anything? It's kind of interesting watching the wind here. It keeps shifting from the northeast to the northwest, so the wind is really kind of swirling, which is not really a good thing. It holds that snow in place above us, so it's going to continue to come down pretty much all day long here in Hamilton County, Indiana. Hope everybody is safe. We went out and stocked up on everything we needed before the storm to try to be sure we have. Holly has been cooking. She made chili. She made a breakfast casserole. She made some lentil dish that I can't remember. What that was, but it's really, really good. So I'm in Hamilton County, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. Winter storm Fern is blowing through. We are in the midst of a winter storm warning right now, and that expires, I think, at 7 p.m. tonight here in central Indiana as the storm continues to work its way eastward. Saw a lot of icing down in Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, some major power outages down there. Cat in North Carolina had sleet and freezing rain, but pretty weak compared to what they predicted. Well, you've got a lot more coming your way from my way, Cat, and you're warm enough that this snow will turn to rain and freezing rain as it heads up towards North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, Pennsylvania. So I feel for you guys, because as much of a pain as this snow is, I'd much rather have it than the ice that you guys are going to get. We can shovel out the snow, we can make things passable. If you're in the path of this winter storm, let me encourage you, if you don't absolutely have to get out, don't get out. Think about the service workers that have to get out. Give them a little bit of grace if you have to get out. So that's what's going on here. I'm glad I got the feeders all filled up, got plenty of soot out, got plenty of feed in the feeders. So the squirrels and the birds will be happy. I've got some woodpeckers over at the soot feeder, but I can't get the camera panned around far enough for that. But Mr. Squirrel is absolutely happy. You know what? Let me see if I can pan in on him a little bit, because I know everybody enjoys watching this little guy. There's a little better picture of him. And of course, now you can tell that the snow is still coming down pretty light, but there's a breeze going. and we're under a winter storm warning here in Indianapolis. Phil, good to see you today. Thank you for being here. You're welcome. Thanks for dropping in and watching my squirrel buddy there. I get so much joy out of sharing nature with my friends here on YouTube, whether we have met before or not. Cats are staying in the garage under the heat lamps. Man, I don't believe them. I don't blame them. I would absolutely be under heat lamps too. So we've been fortunate. Oh, there you can tell what it's doing here. Been fortunate that we haven't had any power outages around here yet. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. If that wind picks up, that is a possibility for us to have some power outages in the area. So we're hoping not to have that. That's worst case scenario, of course, when it's sub-zero and the wind is howling. We keep a heated water bowl out in the backyard for the critters, and it gets a lot of use, so they have a fresh source of water. Number one, good to see you. Thank you for being here today. I'm in Hamilton County, Indiana. We're just coming online for 15 or 20 minutes, kind of watching the weather, recapping a little bit about Winter Storm Fern, which is, by the way, the least impressive winter storm name I've ever heard. Fern. Sounds like somebody's grandma. We've had about 8 inches of snow so far. We're going to have another 4 or 5, I would think, before this is all over with. I've got to go out and take the dog out after a while. Then I'm going to start trying to move a little snow around so we have a path to the car if we need it. Get the car started, let it run for a little bit. The next few days are going to be brutal. High on Monday is only 1 degree. It's barely going to break 0 on Monday, so that's not very good news for us. Oh my gosh, they seem to love. I look at that. You can see the ice and the snow on the back of that squirrel, and he is just as happy as he can be. Just as happy as he can be. My name's Rick. I'm in Hamilton County, Indiana, and we are just spending a little time together here on Winter Storm Fern, moving through central Indiana, heading on up east. I was just talking to a friend online in South Carolina. They got a lot of ice, and they're having some pretty major power outages there. They got sleet, freezing rain, and ice, so that was not good for them. Looks like New York City is going to take a direct hit from this storm, so we'll see. They're much better prepared in a big city like that than we are. And by the way, I love New York City. Our time there was just absolutely incredible. I can't tell you how much I loved being there, and I am absolutely ready to go back. By the way, that's an eastern fox squirrel. That's the most common squirrel that we have in Indiana. We have at least 4 species of squirrels in Indiana. We have the eastern fox, the eastern gray, the red squirrel, and the flying squirrel, which you don't see flying squirrels a lot, but they're common. You just don't see them because they're so secretive and they're nocturnal. Well, and we also have chipmunks, ground squirrels, and I guess that is another species of squirrel. Oh my gosh, I love the fact that you can see the snow on his back. How many squirrels visit our feeder? Ah, gosh, dozens. We have a couple that are regulars, like this guy. I've got to where I can pretty well recognize them, but we have dozens of squirrels visit our feeder. You're going to hear my camera click in the background because with him on the snow on his back, it's a great picture, I think. We have a lot of woodpeckers, red-bellied, red-headed, downy, hairy woodpeckers, flickers. Bluebirds are very common in our yard. We had 6 bluebirds at one time in our yard yesterday. But he just moved just as I clicked the shutter. Come on, Mr. Squirrely. There we go. I'm going to hang out here for about 5 more minutes. I may pop in this afternoon and do another quick live update, especially as the storm starts to wind down a little bit. Again, my name is Rick. I'm in Hamilton County, Indiana, just north of Indianapolis. We are in the midst of Winter Storm Fern. And you can tell it's got quite a bit of snow. Wind is starting to pick up already. You know, growing up in East Tennessee, squirrel was a regular part of our diet. Squirrel and dumplings was a big part of our diet growing up. Rabbit, like you, rabbit also. It is 9 degrees. The wind chill right now is -5, so the wind is starting to show a market increase. Yeah, it is really picking up now. I'm glad I filled the feeder yesterday before before this hit, so I don't have to worry about it for a few days. We have not had issues with freezing water, and I am grateful for that. We will probably leave the faucet running tonight. Once it starts getting down around 0, we'll start being a little more proactive. But our crawl space stays pretty warm where all the piping is, so that's a good thing. I'm not looking forward to going out and doing a little bit of shoveling. Thanks for joining me, y'all. I'm Rick. I'm in Hamilton County, Indiana. I'll probably be live again at some point this afternoon, and we'll get an update on Winter Storm Fern, but I'll pan the camera around a little bit. You can tell it's very snowy here. Starting to get very windy. Travel is certainly not recommended right now. Let the road crews get out and do their jobs. If you all have neighbors and you're in the path of this storm that are elderly or infirm, check on them. Shoot them a text, give them a phone call, find out if they need anything, and if it is safe for you to get out and help them out, certainly absolutely do that. Of course, you can't help anybody else if you're not safe yourself. But that's certainly something that we should keep in mind as we wind down this 15-minute live this morning from Winter Storm Fern. Single digits this week. Yeah, they definitely will. You guys are not prepared for that, Cat. Our lows are dipping down to about 10 below 0 over the next couple of nights. We've got a couple of highs coming up that are only 1 degree, 1 and 2 degrees over the next couple of days. So I'm hoping they give my wife the option to work from home so she doesn't have to commute. She will get to work from home tomorrow. We'll see what Tuesday brings. I'm in just north of Indianapolis, Mountaintop. It's good to see you, Mountaintops, guys. I spent my early years in East Tennessee, and I miss those mountaintop skies. I'm glad you're here. Um, we have a rehearsal tomorrow night, and I'm really hoping it gets canceled. And even if it doesn't get canceled, I'm not certain that I want to get out in 0-degree weather. Huntsville, Alabama, good morning to you. Did you guys get hit by the storm? What kind of effects did you have? I know Georgia had some snow. Atlanta had snow, which is relatively rare. Boy, he is just giving that feeder heck, isn't he? I'll see if Mountaintop Skies gets a chance to answer, and if not, we're going to shut this live down, and we'll be back this afternoon. A massive storm came up through Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. I mean, just one of the biggest storms I've ever seen. Rain today and a freeze this afternoon. That is not fun. I'm glad that you just got rain. I feel for the folks that got the freezing rain, because that's what leads to power outages and all kinds of nasty stuff. All right, we're going to shut this feed down. Thank you all for joining me. I'll be back at some point this afternoon and periodically throughout the week as we go through this winter weather. And if you haven't checked out my channel, I do a lot of nature type stuff. I talk about making our yard a certified wildlife habitat. I do food and drink reviews and lots of other stuff. Probably a good idea. They've already canceled school. So y'all be safe. We'll catch you later.